Alright, y'all. This one's rough, raw, and dripping with Delta dirt. Born from a slide guitar groove that don't play nice, and wrapped in a story that cuts straight to the bone. I'm Oscar Butler, performing songwriter and storyteller, and this is my brand new song, Sink or Rise. If you're into the kind of blues that makes you nod slow and feel it deep, then buckle up. We're going behind the lines. Hey folks, welcome back to Behind the Lines. In this episode, I'm pulling back the curtain on a brand new tune called Sink or Rise. This one started with a gritty little slide guitar groove that had attitude from the very first note. As soon as I played that opening riff, I started mumbling out the line, "Get a pine box to put me in when I die." And right then I knew I was onto something. It instantly brought to mind that haunting blues of Son House's Death Letter. That same stark, unvarnished truth-telling. I wanted this song to carry that old-school Delta blues spirit, dusty, rough-edged, and soaked in honesty. The narrator in this one, he's lived, he knows he's not perfect, but he's not here to confess to the world. Just to face his maker straight up, no excuses. The whole song rides that line between defiance and surrender. And hey, before we jump into the breakdown, if you're digging this kind of storytelling, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more songs coming your way. Verse 1, get a pine box to put me in when I die. Right from the jump, this is burial blues. Plain, humble, and final. No gold casket, just a pine box. While the church folks sing in the sky Lord, by and by. There's tradition in this line, funeral hymns and spiritual hope, but the way it's phrased, it feels like he's standing outside it all, unsure if he's included in that by and by. Verse 2, then bury me deep in an unmarked grave. Bury me deep in an unmarked grave. If the ground's frozen, just put that box in a cave. He doesn't want a monument or a name carved into stone. There's a bitterness here, maybe a sense of exile, and if it's winter, just put it in a cave. No fuss. Now the chorus. Now, I never claimed to be no saint. I never been a master of restraint. When judgment comes, I'll tell no lies. Let the Lord decide if I sink or rise. Here comes the first chorus, laying it all out, unapologetic and direct. It's the anchor of the song, and you'll hear it return throughout like a Judgment Day refrain. Verse 3, preacher, don't teach about the things I done. Don't teach about the things I done. 'Cause when the stone gets cast, you best not be the first one. Calling out hypocrisy, don't preach about me when you've got skeletons of your own. Classic blues accountability. Verse 4, you wear that collar, but you ain't that good. You wear that collar, but you ain't that good. You'd have nothing if the folks here understood. The preacher isn't spotless. That collar hides plenty. This verse pulls no punches, blunt and bold. Now, I never claimed to be no saint. The chorus returns like a second swing of the hammer. Same message, but now we've seen more of the man's world. This repetition gives the story its backbone. Verse 5, ladies, don't weep when you pray. Don't weep when you pray. Don't hold the burden of what that preacher man might say. He's speaking to the women in the community now. Don't let shame or gossip weigh you down, especially not from someone playing holy while hiding their own sin. Verse 6, 'cause I've lived my life the best way I could. I always tried to do the things I should. This is his quiet defense. Despite it all, he's done his best. It's a gentle close to a hard story. Back to the chorus. Now, I never claimed to be no saint. And we hit the chorus one final time, driving the message home. At this point, it feels less like a confession and more like a last word. It's all been said. This song lives in the mud and gravel of the blues. When I sing it, I lean into the low end of my voice and let the tone get ragged. The tempo drag just a little bit behind the beat. The phrasing is slow and deliberate, like someone who's not in a hurry or rush to explain themselves, but means every word of it. As a performing songwriter, this is one of those tunes where the delivery is the story. I picture myself sitting close to the audience, low light, eyes locked, guitar talking between the lines. Every slide lick adds to the tension. I don't overplay it, just one guitar, one voice, one truth. That's all it needs. Let's hear it. Get a pine box, put me in when I die. Get a pine box, put me in when I die. While all the church folks sing in the sky, Lord, by and by, yeah. And bury me deep in an unmarked grave. Bury me deep in an unmarked grave. If the ground is frozen, just put me in a cave, yeah. Now I never claimed to be no saint. Never been a master of restraint, no. When judgment comes, I'll tell no lies. I let the Lord decide if I sink or rise. Now preacher don't teach about the things I've done. Preacher don't teach the things you say I done. 'Cause when the stone gets cast, you best not be the first one. 'Cause I know your past, it ain't all good. You wear that collar, but you ain't that good. You'll have nothing if the folks here understood. I never claimed to be no saint. Never been a master of restraint, no. When the judgment comes, I'll tell no lies. Let the Lord decide if I sink or rise. Yeah. So ladies, don't weep when you pray. Ladies, don't weep for me when you pray, no. Don't hold the burden of what the preacher might say. 'Cause I've lived my life the way I could. I lived and I've done the best I could. I always tried to do the things I know I should. I never claimed to be no saint. Never been a master of restraint, no. When judgment comes, I'll tell no lies. I let the Lord decide if I sink or rise. Thanks again for joining me on this ride behind the lines. This brand new song means a lot to me. It's one of those that just fell out fully formed, like it was waiting for me to show up and write it. If you felt it too, go ahead and click that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I've got lots more songs, more stories, and more soul food for the ears coming your way. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep listening deep, and always keep it smooth like gravy.